So this is the official trailer of Frozen Empire. Of course, Ghostbusters, John, the next chapter in the sort of Paul Rudd era of Ghostbusters, that is.
Yes. The whole gang are still clinging on for dear life as well, Stephen. They're all there.
Soon be ghosts themselves. That's terrible.
I fucking hope not.
But anyway.
Hope not.
We'll try and keep this.
And Dan Aykroyd.
We'll try and keep this upbeat. Yeah. We did the teaser, John. I think
not Rick Moranis, the other guy.
Yeah, Rick Moranis was in the first couple of films, wasn't he? Yeah. I think he gave up acting. I think to look after his kids, but Spengler. Yeah. Harold Ramis.
Not Rick Moranis. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine.
We did the teaser, of course, and we both, I would say, enjoyed the teaser very much. Started off, obviously, down at the beach. Yeah. And then the sea was becoming frozen, so...
Yeah, it was very cool, yeah.
It was good effects, very good visual effects, so I'm looking forward to this.
This is an example of taking a classic franchise from the 80s and rejigging it.
Doing it right.
And fresh blood and doing it right. Yeah. And this is what I want to see them doing with Beetlejuice too. Sort of mining off of this vibe, but it's much easier when you're the son of the father.
I think
sort of who done the original movies. You've got that.
It's been attempted before. We've seen it in like Tron and obviously Tron Legacy, where it didn't really work. But then we've seen it obviously in Blade Runner where it did work. Yeah. So you're absolutely right, John. I think if you can take something that's very meaningful to a lot of people from that era, and we're still around. I think, you know, there is nostalgia that's connected to these films as well. I grew up, as like yourself, John, with Ghostbusters. The first two, well, the first film, the second one was not so good, but it was okay still. And I loved them. You know, always wondered why they never done a third film, the original cast, but
that second one.
They already probably had decided by the second one that they had enough of it. But the first one was incredible. Something that was really groundbreaking for its day. Something very unique. I think it was Dan Aykroyd's story, his script, and I mean what they did with that was fantastic visually and just comedically as well. You know, you've got to remember they are funny films as well as having some sort of jump scares in there as well. But I'm looking forward to this,
and they've got that spirit in these films.
They
remain sort of faithful to that concept with a new cast, a young cast, and Paul Rudd holding the glue, like the glue, holding it all together.
He's a sort
very
of
funny guy.
Yeah.
He's almost like an Aykroyd or a Bill Murray of his time. Sort of universally loved, funny, but can act, a serious actor.
Yeah, he's a master of ceremonies, and certainly in the first movie anyway, but I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Absolutely. Shall we press play and get into this, Stephen?
Let's do it.
We're going to need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
I've been waiting 40 years for this.
Just Dan Aykroyd.
They called themselves Ghostbusters.
Nice.
According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses. And who is found to carry the torch? Descendants of Egon Spengler. You have a miner hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
Has a proton pack.
It's completely safe.
I would say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished.
Right, well, overruled.
Sustained.
Thank you.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
What is it?
Better question is, what's inside of it?
The parables tell of an unimaginable evil commanding an army of ghosts. With the power to kill by fear itself.
Like, literally scared to death?
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Can I be of any help?
Melnitz in uniform. Yes.
Any thoughts?
If there's fantastic
If there's something weird, what are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else? What? Buster makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
I remember that from the previous trailer.
Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
This looks good.
Yeah, it does. It looks very, very good.
There it is.
They remain faithful.
Yeah.
Love that. IMAX, wow. That's
Even the
really
visuals,
good
Steve,
in
the
IMAX.
visuals are remaining faithful to the first two movies. There's still that sort of corny 80s effects vibe
It's
through some of the
interesting.
ghosts, and that's something you need for continuity.
I think, and I was very interested in this when we first watched the first trailer of the first film of the sort of Paul Rudd ones. How they balance the sort of new generation with the old generation. I think they did it really well in the first movie. I think they'll do the same in this one, John. But I almost like are thinking, when is the baton going to be passed over? Because it doesn't look like it is quite soon anyway. Maybe in the third movie, they're going to do a third movie.
I think they're
Perhaps
probably
maybe
conscious, Stephen, of the older audience members still having that connection, that draw for or to Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and I always blanking the guy's name, the other guy.
Winston Zedmore.
Zedmore. They've still got that connection, and that's bringing in that older audience. You've got the younger audience perhaps enjoyed the first spin-off movie.
Ernie Hudson, isn't it?
Ernie Hudson, yeah, that's the one. We want to maintain that connection with the older audience members by having them in there. It's almost like you said, Stephen, for Paul Rudd, masters of ceremonies, if you like, or these ceremonies.
He's the one in the middle between both sort of generations.
Sort of connection. Yeah. So they'll want to keep those older actors in there, and they're synonymous with Ghostbusters. So as long as they want to continue doing it, I see no reason why.
In there as well, John. Yeah, I love Annie Potts. I love her voice. Just that New York accent.
What else was she in?
She played Little Bo Peep in the Toy Story movies,
so
she was in Young Sheldon as well. She played Mimo.
Yeah.
But she's an iconic actor, and I'm glad to see her back. When Chris Hemsworth played her role in that Ghostbusters from 2006 or whatever, it was just so wrong, So I'm glad to see her back doing what she does best.
Yeah. Yeah, Stephen, I think it was good.
I remember Corvette Summer as well with Mark Hamill.
He looks interesting in that, doesn't he?
I remember that, yeah.
Fucking hell, 1978.
In between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
It's not Luke Skywalker, I tell you that. But it is, strangely.
Yeah.
But it isn't. But it also is.
Two handsome actors.
He looks like George Lucas.
That shot.
In the stonewashed jeans. It looks very good though, Stephen. I'm liking the look of this. It's an example, as I says, of reinvigorating and doing a sort of quasi-sequel verse of a classic, much beloved franchise from 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and doing it well. They didn't do it well with Halloween. They didn't do it well with Predator, or whatever it was. Yeah, it was Predator.
Or Terminator.
Or RoboCop. And thankfully they're not even getting the chance to do Back to the Future because Robert Zemeckis is telling them to fuck off.
Yeah.
So this is an example of it being done very well, and I've got full confidence. I think it's Burton. Keep bringing up Beetlejuice. That's the name of it, incidentally. He will do something similar to this. He'll have the right amount of homage, the right amount of freshness, the right amount of just connections.
Yeah.
But giving it a new lease of life. This is what you need, and this is an example of it working very, very well. It's fresh, it's funny. Hopefully, it's very good.
Well, I'm saying
trailers look
the
good.
sort of new generation that are coming through, the sort of Finn Wolfhards, etc. John McKenna Grace.
Yeah.
Just coming through, they're at a right age where they can carry this franchise on and far in the future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's in good hands, that's what I'm trying to say.
It is. And they've got longevity. They can continue for years and years and years when it does get handed over, if that's what they want to do, if there's scope to tell stories.
Yeah.
But I feel like a trilogy is maybe enough.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You've got 5 movies. I mean, that's more than enough. What more do you want?
You just don't even count that other one.
No, I don't. That can fuck off. That's not Ghostbusters. That's an abomination.
Alternative reality.
That should be exercised out of the Ghostbusters franchise. It's not befitting of a name.
Yeah, it's up there with the sequel
out
trilogy.
You go.
Yeah,
absolutely, Steve. Fan fiction. What's your thoughts though on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? What's your thoughts on the trailer, on the new generation, and the way they've handled this transition from the older films into the newer films? I think it's been done excellently, and it's your man, not I keep wanting to say Rams.
Ivan.
No, it's the other one.
Are you talking about the director?
The director.
His son? It's not his son, isn't it? Not this time. I think
is it?
You might want to check that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's directing this though. I'm sure he's involved, but I don't know if he's directing.
He's not Skill Ken.
Yeah, I think he's a producer or something like that.
Banging his name. It doesn't matter. I digress. It helps when you've got that sort of familial connection from the other movies. What's your thoughts on it though? Share your thoughts down below about that, about our reaction. Anything you want to feel compelled to share, put it down below in the comment section. Want to feel compelled to share. English. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications.
English!
Stay to your eyeballs. All it's left to be said is until the next time, thank you for watching and bye-bye.